A great account manager educates their client with the latest market knowledge and creative solutions to attract the top talent.
A good account manager will be a trusted advisor to their client.
And if there's no trust, you won't be offered exclusivity or retained business, and it's also really unlikely you'll be introduced to other parts of the business.
You need to have a really strong, broad technical understanding.
They know exactly what their business is, they know their competition, they know their marketplace, they know the people.
Have experience of working with difficult clients, difficult situations.
Providing that exceptional service, that first-class service, calling back quickly, emailing back quickly, meeting them where possible, finding out as much about the requirements, the team culture, etc., and matching that with that service is crucial.
Good knowledge of how best to grow and develop accounts, ultimately with a view of making them as profitable for our company, Sheehan, as possible.
Most importantly, you need to have good relationships with that client.
Big bushy beard helps.
Learn about your customer.
You've got to take the time to know your client, and again that includes their people, their culture, their tech stack and their market.
Time management is probably the most important factor when you're making that transition. It's really important that those initial phases that you set time and you prioritise and you plan.
Make sure you're remembered for the right reasons. Be honest, be knowledgeable about your industry you recruit for, and that makes you invaluable to any recruitment function you work with.
Work out how to best engage with them.
Don't take any chances until you've proved your credibility to deliver what the client's looking for. First CVs, you need to know it.
Meet as many people as possible.
The great majority of the guys who have really flourished have been those who have worked on site with clients, so a little bit where you share their pain, you've been in the trenches with them, and that just builds closer and closer links and more trust from an account management point of view, and also actually builds success as a recruiter.
Good relationship makes it a lot easier and a great deal more fun.
The biggest mistake is you go from one role, say delivery role, to being into account manager, and you treat account management as if you're waiting for the phone to ring for you. If you just have one single point of contact, which is the recruitment coordinator, manager, whatever it is, and you're waiting for that person to do that, you will always be behind the curve.
So it can be tricky to manage a client's expectations when you're working in a really candidate-short market. For example, some aren't as aware of what goes on behind the scenes of an agency when we're trying to unearth a superstar, scholar or node developer looking for permanent work.
When you're struggling with a role, I think it's so important to remain honest and give your clients regular updates. I think it means you can share information. I think it keeps you more in control of the recruitment process, in that it might be that the client has got someone at final stage interview from somewhere else, and therefore you know that is pretty much covered. You won't waste any more of your time on it. So ultimately for me, where a lot of recruiters fail is when they're struggling and they won't reach out to their clients and say, we're struggling. Be open, be honest and build that trust.